Hey everybody, welcome to today's workout, which is an AMRAP in 20 minutes of 14 hang med ball cleans, 14 plank drags, 14 toe taps, and 14 Russian twists with the medicine ball. I've got Lauren with me today. She'll be doing the warm-up with you, she'll be doing the workout with you, and all that fun stuff. We're gonna get prepped, and then we'll get you going. All right, so we're gonna get warm. We're gonna start off with lunges with a twist and push-ups with a twist. We're gonna work for 15 seconds. You're gonna break for 10. We're gonna repeat that a ton of times. Here we go. I'll walk you through everything. So we're starting off with a lunge with a twist. 3, 2, 1, go. Lunge backwards, twist over the front leg, reset, and do that again. Our goal here is really just to prep the spine and the hips and the legs. 3, 2, 1, shake it out, take a break. If you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can grab some weight and do that. Otherwise, we're getting down on the ground for push-ups. Go. Push down or push up, and then twist one hand towards the ceiling. Come back down, do it again, switch hands. 2, 1, take a break. We're going back to the lunges with the twist. 2, 1, and go. Five more seconds. 2, 1, rest, 10 seconds. We're going push up with a twist again. 3, 2, 1, push up with a twist. And relax. Very nice. Now we're gonna switch gears or switch movement patterns real quick. Lauren's actually gonna face us. You can't see it as well, but she is standing over a seam between some mats here. The goal is to always leave one foot here for the lateral lunge. 3, 2, 1. Looks like a Cossack squat. She's gonna step out, lunge down, feet come together before the other leg goes out and down. And you're gonna keep going, trying to get as low as possible. The heels stay flat. 3, 2, 1, and break. We're gonna go to that medicine ball or your dumbbell or your kettlebell at home, whatever you got. Could be a backpack. You're gonna put it over your head for a push press in 3, 2, 1, up, dip drive, press it out. There you go. Really try to get that head through. You really have to push that object as far back as possible. 3, 2, 1, take a break. Back to the lateral lunge in 3, 2, 1, and go. Obviously, if you want to make this a little harder, you can hold that medicine ball at your chest. Otherwise, we'll just stay here. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. 10 seconds to catch your breath. Going back to that med ball push press. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Dip, drive, shallow dip. It's like a quarter or an eighth of a squat before you extend violently to lock that ball over your head. And break. Cool. Next up, Lauren's favorite, the rocket launcher. This is gonna be a full squat. She's gonna break parallel. She's gonna get out of parallel. She's gonna go back into parallel and jump out of it. That's 1 rep. Don't worry about this because you only get 15 seconds of work. 3, 2, 1, and go. But once you find the rhythm, it's kind of fun. Maybe the first round, and then it's not fun. The second and third and fourth and fifth round. If you've ever done any of the HIIT workouts. And relax. 10 seconds to catch your breath. Now we're going to work only half of the push-up, the top half of the push-up. So come down until your arms are 90 degrees and then push back up. 3, 2, 1, go. Solid. Keep the body in a straight line, ears, shoulders, hip, knee and the ankle. Everything is solid. And break. All right, we're going to repeat all of that again with the rocket launcher in 3, 2, 1, and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Last time, we're going to do half of the push-up. 2, 1, and go. Five seconds. And rest. All right, we're going to do a couple more things to warm up our abs because we actually have a lot of things to do here today. We're going to make it a little funky. If you have a kettlebell, like Lauren has here, you're going to place it on one side of the body. We're going to do some side bends. So the goal here is the weighted side is going to reach down towards the ground as much as possible, feeling a stretch in that open side, and then you're going to come up and then do that again. Really trying to emphasize that stretch all the way down as much as you can before you come back up. Now, take a break. If you don't have a handheld object like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a sandbag, or a backpack, and you have the medicine ball or a weight plate, you can do this. Put it on top of your head. And then do the same thing. Tilt towards one side as much as you can and come back up. Whoa! Say her eyebrows, because it's still just as difficult, or I would argue a little more difficult, right?
Very effective.
Yes, very, very effective, right? We would call these wavings back in the day. If you know who Coach Zeb was, he was a huge fan of these. We're simply going to do 3 rounds of 30 seconds per side. Ready? Stand up tall with your weight in hand. Remember, your goal here, Lauren is against the wall. We can actually do this. Back up until your butt, shoulders, and head are touching it. And the butt, shoulders, and head should remain in contact with the wall the entire time. Hips should not break or bend here. 3, 2, 1, go. Bending over as much as possible. You can drop the head too and then come up. There you go. If you've got lower back issues, you may want to be a little more careful here and not challenge that range as much. Because you will be firing off that low back, but that's precisely why this is a good movement for you. If you've taken any of my Zoom kettlebell classes, you'll know that this is all we ever do in those classes. Surprise, surprise. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Challenge that range, feel a stretch in the obliques and maybe part of the hip before you stand back up. Keeping the butt, the shoulders, and the head in line or against the wall if you're lucky enough to do this against the wall. Switching to the original side in 3, 2, 1, go. Use the med ball. Ooh, take your time with it if you're not used to it. If you feel this, it's probably because of that. Like later, like tomorrow or the day after.
Ugh.
Really try to curl as much as you can. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Yeah. You can think about dragging the ball against the wall too. There you go. Nice. It's funky, right?
Forward.
10 more seconds, and then you get to go back to your kettlebell. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Back to the original side. Lauren here is just showing you the different options because we are in the gym and we have the equipment available. But to show you that if you're only limited by your imagination, you can still get this work done regardless of what it is. Switching sides in 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, last side. Really trying to get those obliques, those backs fired and on, ready to go. "15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very nice. We'll start off with some joint prep. So let's get some twist and pivot going. Really just trying to wring out the spine as best we can. I'll do a couple of these. Going between the legs and then trying to pull the hands back as much as possible. And then Lauren, could you face this way and do a couple more? So you can see the back does round. We do want the back to round as much as we can, keeping the legs straight at the bottom position. You can see there's a double bounce. There you go. Cool. Awesome. Hands on the hips. Let's do a forward and backward lunge. So the right leg steps forward for the lunge, and then immediately does a reverse lunge with the same leg. And that's 1. She meets in the middle and switches sides. There you go. It's 2. Let's go to 10. 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Great workout, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Of course, we're not done. From here, let's cop a squat. Yep. And we'll do some T-spine twists. So let's get both hands on one foot. I don't care which foot. And then the opposite side. So Lauren's hands are on her left foot. That means her right elbow is going to go twist up towards the ceiling, and then the hand reaches up. Make sure that it's elbow before the hand, and then come back down to reach the foot, and we'll do that a total of 10 times. This is rep 2, 3. Looking up, twisting up as much as possible. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand up, shake it out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. You can really see that the elbow shoots up before the hand goes. I try to focus personally on feeling the muscles on the inside of my shoulder blade fire off, especially when my hand is in that top position. All right, feet together, breaking the knees, hands on top of the knees. Let's go some knee circles. Give me 10 per direction. We've got some squatting motions here today with our hang med ball clean, so we want to make sure that we can get those snap, crackle, pop out of the way before we're trying to hit it real hard with some intensity. Notice the feet stay flat the entire time. All right, cool. And then let's do 10 inchworms, just for good measure. We're going to be in a plank position later today, so let's warm up those wrists. Crawling out to a plank, and then crawling back to a standing position. That's 1. 2, Lauren's doing a great job of making many touches on the way out and the way back. That's what we're looking for here too. Those contact points are what help us develop those wrists, as opposed to just, sure, you could take 1 or 2 steps out, but we want many steps out. This will be rep number 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Boom, warm-up is done. The workout, again, is AMRAP in 20 minutes, 14 hang medicine ball cleans, 14 plank drags, 14 toe taps, and 14 Russian twists using the medicine ball essentially the entire time, or the ball, whatever you got at home. Let's cover these movements, starting with the Russian twist. What we're trying to do here is something like a boat pose. Can you balance only on your butt? And then the hands will come together. And then the goal is to tap the ground on the outside of the hip 14 times. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Take a break. But if you have an object, we want you to use the object. It's not going to be as fast. We're not looking for the quick taps because it's weighted. You're simply just going to hold on to the object, tap the ground. If you want to make it harder, do a hand release. Before you pick it up, turn to the other side and do the same thing. Go ahead and show us 3. Show us 3 hand release. And you can hear it when Lauren is doing it here. There's a let go and then a smack to clamp it, to grab it, to change sides here. So that's what we're looking for in the Russian twists. Next up, toe taps. Now, usually this comes from a ball sport background where the ball is lighter and it can move if there's some disruption here. Our goal is to physically touch the top of the ball each and every time. Now, this is a weighted medicine ball that's soft. It's not going to roll, but you might find more difficulty if you had a soccer ball or a basketball or a volleyball or something like that at home. The moment you touch it too hard, you could potentially kick it away. And that's kind of the point of all of this. You'll watch Lauren. She's going to look like she's running in place, but making contact with the ball each and every time. Go ahead. And take a break. Notice Lauren has this contralateral movement going on. When the right leg comes up, the left arm comes up. When the left leg comes up, the knee comes up, the right hand comes up, and that just keeps her in balance the entire time. Let's face the camera with the med ball in front of you, and then just try 4 more. And you can see that with the arms there. Next up, the plank drag. I'm actually going to have Lauren still face the camera here. She's going to do a straight arm plank over the medicine ball. And the goal here is to have the medicine ball on the outside of the body. She's going to reach over and pull it and replace the hands into a plank before she switches sides. This is a lot harder the heavier the object is because you have to figure out how to move that. It's a little easier with the med ball, but that's what we're going to look for today. If that's a little too challenging, you can just hold a plank for a long 14 count. 1 foundation, 2 foundation, 3, all the way to 14 foundation. Anything to add with plank drag?
Make sure you're getting all the way on the outside of the arm.
Yeah, so one more time. If you see that she's facing you, you can see that the med ball is completely outside of her body. It's not under her anymore. So if it was raining, the med ball gets wet. That's what we're looking for, right? Before you switch sides. And finally, the hang muscle clean. Looks like this. Give us 3. Awesome. You'll see that Lauren, from a standing position, brings her hands to around knee level before switching directions again, extending, receiving the ball, passing through a squat, and standing up. 2 more, please. Under. Notice how quickly it jumps up. The medicine ball wants to come up. That's how aggressive her extension is. So there are our movements today: 14 hang med ball cleans, 14 plank drags, 14 toe taps, and 14 Russian twists. Every time you make contact, especially with the toe taps and the Russian twist, that counts as a rep. So don't think it's a left and right equals 1, although you can totally do that if you want.
Try and start out unbroken. 14 is a nice number. You can break it up later if you have to, but they're quick reps. Especially all your toe taps should be unbroken. Just keep moving through it. It will be a fair amount of rounds, but you can do it and try and stay consistent in the time it takes you to do each round. You'll get nice and sweaty, but you'll get through this.
We're gonna get going in a second. If you have music that you want to play at home, now's your time to get that set. Grab your water, use the bathroom, pause the video if you need to, but we're gonna get started with Lauren and a 20-minute clock.
I'm still stay back here.
No, that area is completely here now. I'm just the voice over on the mic. I'll get this going. Ready?
Yes.
10 seconds. And go. We're starting with 14 hang med ball cleans. Notice the laces on Lauren's medicine ball are facing up towards the ceiling, and they remain facing towards the ceiling the entire time. That means she's moving around the ball, and the ball isn't moving around her. You can see her hands are actually disconnecting from the ball when she's getting under to catch or to receive the medicine ball. Rolling to 14. Breathe it out. Get deep in those squats. Keep your feet flat. All right, 14 plank drags. That ball starts outside the body. The opposite hand, she reaches over, controls it to stop, places the hands. You can see how deliberate she's moving right now. So that's what we want from you as well. Good job, Lauren. Toe taps. 1, 2, 3. Russian twists. A lot of movement on the ground and then off the ground and then onto the ground and then off of the ground. If you want to make this harder, float those feet off of the ground. If you need a little bit of help, put your heels on the floor. All right. There you go. That's one round for Lauren. There you go. Back to the hang med ball cleans. Notice the plank drags have Lauren keeping her body as straight as possible, squeezing the butt down, keeping the lower back pressed up towards the ceiling, abs are on, legs are on. She's going unbroken. If you need to take breaks, please, please, please take breaks. Good job. Keep it up, Lauren. Next up, toe taps. There's an inherent challenge when she she uses the medicine ball as well. If she's used to doing this on the soccer ball, the med ball is a lot taller than that. So you're gonna feel the hip flexors fire off a lot more, the abs fire off a lot more. Especially when you realize that we're supersetting with a Russian twist immediately after. Then it's back to the hang med ball clean. Yes, you might feel this in the back, but focus on the glutes and the legs. As far as the hang is concerned, you can do as little as you want with the dip, or maybe hands to the knees as the lowest version of that. But we want to emphasize that extension right here. Legs are long. It's like you're doing a calf raise, shoulders shrug up behind your ears, and you drop as quickly as you can. Just like in a game, musical chairs. Or, if you've been with us for a while, when we have our holiday parties, we do musical med balls. You can get down to one of these as fast as possible. Those tend to be some of the best Olympic weightlifters in the gym. Toe taps. Nice job. Keep it up, Lauren. Contact with the ground. Reach it at a time. Good job. Keep working at home. You got it. To the toe taps. If you want to make this harder, you can say every time your right foot touches the top counts as a rep, which essentially just doubles up our current count. But it's really up to you. Make this whatever you need to. This should feel like cardio. Again, if you start feeling your hip flexors, you feel your hip flexors. Oh, sorry. Hang on.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Take that advice and save it for later.
Put it in your pocket.
Put it in your pocket. Well, that's another round for Lauren. Again, you might not be at the same exercise as she, but keep going, whatever you need to do. Hang, med ball clean, plank drags, toe taps, Russian twists. Keep the orientation the same on that med ball through those med ball cleans. Nice work. All right, another round for Lauren. Keep breathing, keep moving, you got it. Good. Look at those hips. Open up. The hips go back, the butt goes back, and then they open violently so that you can sneak under the ball. Good job. Back to the plank drags. Good job. Keep breathing and stay tight. Lock those legs, squeeze those glutes. Great work. Take breaks whenever you need to, especially in a position like that if you feel your wrists. Good job. Pump those arms during those toe taps. It helps keep you in balance and it helps actually get you moving faster than you want to. If your legs are getting tired, if your hips are getting tired, start pumping those arms even harder. And everyone's favorite, non-favorite move, or part of the workout is when we say halfway! 10 more minutes left. 10 minutes down, 10 minutes to go. Same muscle. Keep the orientation of the ball the same. Think about punching the elbows underneath. There you go. After the big shrug. So you get rid of your neck and punch the elbows through. Nice. A little bit of a dynamic calf raise into a squat. A calf raise and a shrug into a squat. Stand up. Great work. If you're at home with a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you may be wanting to just do all 14 hang cleans on one side before the next round you do all hang cleans on the other side. This plank drag is a lot harder when it's not a round object, where you actually have to physically lift it to bring it over to the other side. You'll feel that a lot in your shoulders, and that's the purpose, that's the point. Again, take breaks when you need to, move when you can. Just over 7 minutes left. Nice job. Keep moving. going, Lauren. 6 minutes left. You're doing a great job, everybody. Keep pumping it at home. Move when you can, rest when you need to. But get back into it. Lauren's working hard. You should be doing it too. Obviously, if you have neighbors below you, maybe don't smack it down as hard. Quiet.
Unless you're mad at the ball.
Yeah. Maybe I'm 15 minutes too late with that advice, but you know. I said it. Hang muscle. Sorry, hang med ball clean. I'm writing in code on the whiteboard, and I always forget what I'm doing. HMBC. There you go. Big shrug. Every time. Yep, catch your breath. Got to use your breath every rep somehow. And make sure it's moving. We don't want to hold our breath. So we're essentially going to pass out. Let's not do that. Great work. Keep going. Less than 5 minutes remain. Four minutes. Keep going. Med ball cleans into the plank drags, into the toe taps, into the twists. Three and a half minutes. Good. Big hips. Big shrug. Nice. Fast shot of the elbows. Good. Hips and shoulders are what move that med ball up. That's what gives it the momentum. Not a flick of the fingers, definitely not a curl of the arms. Open those hips, shrug those shoulders. Plank drags. Here we go. 2.5 minutes left. Make sure that ball or that weight or whatever object you're using gets completely outside of the body, outside of that armpit before you reach over and switch sides. Great job. Shake it out. Catch your breath. Maybe get some twists in if your back is starting to get tight. Otherwise, if it's a breathing issue, make sure you're breathing. Two-minute warning. 2 minutes left. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Ninety seconds left. There you go. You got it. Just over a minute. You got it, Lauren. Keep going. Everybody at home. Last minute. Nice. Fast drop underneath. Yes. Plank drags. 30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds. Almost there, everybody. Keep going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.